Yoga for healing. I'm glad I looked at the camera because it cut off after I put these two. I think we have to go from here over. How they did not like the shocking news and were surprised on how lessons are being taught and that you're learning and living in the moment. They feel the need strongly to reach out because they want to create a bond with you. But this bond is only to prevent a storm for them. They need your protection. They need to stay in your energy. But their pride keeps you apart. But they're still in your energy because they don't want to face this karma. They realize that they will be in a firestorm and you are not dealing with karma. You're still very much protected and they want your guard to be put down because they realize you're the queen bee and they want to set a trap for you. Maybe even cause you legal matters because this is a trickster that's full of illusions. They're not in alignment. And they're not making changes. They want you to trust the universe so they can overstep your boundaries. They're trying to fuck with your mind. That manipulation. Well, bitch, you still ain't good enough. We see already what you're going to do before you do it. You're not aligned, won't make changes, and you're feeling like shit. Looking at the collective because you see them living in the moment and you want to attach a bond to it, but the cycle is closed and you're trying to prevent it. You don't want the cycle to be closed on you coming in to prevent your own firestorm, while at the same time trying to set a trap for a queen bee, trying to ruin her stability, maybe catch her off guard with a trap because she said goodbye. And this is so shocking to you that the manipulation, the words, the sweet talk won't work. You're feeling like shit and you don't want to close this cycle. Wanting us to trust the universe that I still don't get it. Because the universe, we are connected. So what are you saying? Trust the universe. The universe is saying you're in a firestorm and you're not going to be able to prevent it by attaching a cord to us. Setting a trap. A destiny swap trap by a jellyback that wants to overstep the boundaries and set a trap, or for us to fall for a trap. That side hustle's a no-go. That side hustle you got planned is a no-go because we're aware that it is a lesson. We've already learned them. Too bad if you have not and keep repeating them. But the cycle is closed. Give me a card on this closing cycles in reverse. Yeah, see? Spell work. That side hustle's done. We've turned our back on that. But see, you still want to try, even with the inconsistencies in your boat going down. You need to be saved because you've been waiting for a savior, not caring to save yourself while dealing and going through all of this toxic energy. This sweet talk that was blocked. That sweet talk that was blocked was bad news. Getting readings. They may know that you watch readings. They may know certain readers that you were watching for a while. And maybe they got to a couple of them. Or maybe even they swindled them. Because they were only getting good, well, bad news. That you were not thinking about them. And you said goodbye. You were done. Good. Living in the moment. Because you got the lessons that were being taught. And you walked away. Now they want to come back because they need to reach out to you now. They want to knock down your wall of protection. Take you from being grounded. How do they plan on removing the foundation from being grounded? To take us off our block? To get us in our feelings with romance? Well, honey, that's all you got? Oh, that DNA. They need the connection of the DNA. So they're using spell work that's not working. Love spells. To try to get themselves out of a legal situation. A trap is what they're setting for you to get caught up in your feelings of a romance that's not everlasting, but meant to come in to make you feel like shit, to take you off course, have you unbalanced, imbalanced, to continue a cycle. But that cycle of the side hustle of this magic, having others in their feelings, in their emotions with a love spell. But you're living happily single. And they're in karmic debt. Possibly in debt and unemployed. But this jellyfish thought that they were going to cross your boundaries. What else we need to know about happily single? Yeah, moving on. Free from this toxic bull. This toxic lifestyle. This toxic energy that uses spell work as a side hustle that has been shut down. Because you are living happily and moving on. And they cannot trap you in your feelings and your emotions because you are a queen bee, king bee, living in the moment. They can't find a reader to sway you. What? Bitch, please. You're flapping your gums and wasting your own energy. Only getting bad news from these readings. Being shocked, mouth hitting the floor. Because all they're getting is bad news of how you're living in the moment. Your feet, your hands, your mind, everything is in alignment. And you have no stress. You moved on. Okay, so what do these this energy that wants to come in, what do they have to look forward to? Yeah, they're getting a lot of readings or watching a lot of readings or watching a reader. You may be a reader. They're trying to learn more and gain more insight. They're trying to do their research now because they know the clock is already tick-tocked. And you said goodbye. They're trying to pull you back into a sinking boat. Oh, what do we need to know about this sweet talker that's getting this bad news? They have not leveled up. They have not learned any lessons whatsoever. And their shit is being repossessed. Repossessed. They thought they were going on a honeymoon phase. They want you to get all in your feelings. They wanted to give you love brain. Love on the brain. Or some brain to make you fall in love. One or the other. They can't believe you said goodbye to all of them. Their sexiness, their fieriness, their tense passion. They thought that you would fall into their arms and be their new boo. And make it an official status and get married. But for you shocked by that they actually thought legally in any legal situation, spiritually or in the 3D, that you would be bound. What else do we need to know about this person that's getting everything taken away, that wanted to use spell work on you and control you? Because you're Queen Bee. And if they were so lucky, why would they need to be using magic and spying in readings? It's because you're taking off. You're moving fast. The wait is over for you. Luck is on your side and you're having a great fortune, a breakthrough. This is a turning point. And things are being looked at much more closer. Because someone was making accusations and digging for dirt. But luck is on your side, not on theirs. And that spell work that they're doing. Let's get some tarot on this. I'm thinking they're more worried about what they are being seen as in a community. Because they haven't leveled up. They can't level up. They have things that are being taken away because they couldn't get this job done because your faith, your power, your stability, and your self-healing, being connected with Source only, they could not get through. They thought they were going to have a level up off of you, but instead, all of their shit is getting taken away. They get no victory and no rewards. Instead, it was goodbye, and this was shocking to them. They thought the chemistry would never die out, and that you would go on and living in the moment, blocking them, that you would walk away. Ooh, this one to fall out. Go in hermit mode, possibly. They thought that they could get you in your feelings and have you sell off with them and put you in a trap. They're working with a group. They wanted you to think that it was you and them against the world, but it was them in a group against you, along with the world. They saw that you're an empress, how you were fertile and nurturing, and that you were growing. They wanted to bring you some drama, possible legal matters. What is this, legal matters? Get the music back. You moved away. You may have moved away by the chinny chin chin. You listen to your heart, your intuition. Mercury in Aquarius. You took the lessons you had learned and what you already knew, and you moved away. They wanted to cause imbalance. But they're the ones left feeling like shit. Huh? Because there's no union. You moved away. You were agile. You communicated swiftly. And you took the course of action needed. Being aware. Being vigilant. What about this magic, this spell work? Yeah, they tried to do spell work on a star to cause imbalances, but you maintained your balance. Yeah, you went into hermit mode, isolation, solitude, and maintained your balance. What do we need to know? This Knight of Swords energy. You may have had to be forceful and aggressive back with a bully. Or this was a Knight of Swords that was coming in bullying you. You gave them the same energy back. You kept it balanced. Although you're a Queen of Cups and a star that they blew spell work at. You're a healer, one of support, kindness, warmth, compassion, and intuitive. It's more than luck on your side, but the 3D world only knows about saying luck. You're in your emperor status. They wanted to cause you hardships and loss, but you maintained your peace. But this may be a Knight of Swords, a wannabe emperor that was trying to interrupt your balance that's now out in the cold, and a 5 of Pentacles. This person that worked with this group, or the leader of this group. What do we need to know about this emperor? That's not really an emperor, unless it's you and that's coming up. Somebody that put in the work. Give me one more to clarify. Yep. This is that wannabe pretender that's been putting in the work. Also a King of Pentacles energy, shapeshifter. This is someone that was sent in, that wanted a reward, trying to level up off of a star by taking their balance, their strength, by trying to swap karma, destiny, along with the group. But now there's some legal matters. It's been in spiritual court, and it may be being looked at now. These toxic energies that are living a toxic lifestyle, that put in a lot of work, but now having sleepless nights. trying to cause an imbalance to a star with spell work. Wow, that love. At least it didn't fall down the other way this time. What else do we need to know about this person that's in anxiety? Being forced to sit down, forced to self-reflect. What is being found out? Oh, wow. This Queen of Pentacles, heartbroken. Or not. Oh, it's in the reverse. They're having to self-reflect and realize that all the hard work that they put in to cause you anxiety and pain, that they're the ones sitting in anxiety and pain along with this group while you're healing, sitting on your throne as the Queen of Pentacles. The closer they looked, they figured out. Or maybe they're wondering who you're working with when you moved away and they wanted to set that trap. They may be concerned on what you're doing, but that's none of their business. You are collaborating and things are being seen about accusations that were made, about dirt that they tried to dig up, on the heartache that they tried to cause. A star, Queen of Pentacles, who's just minding their business. And it's causing this Knight to be really stressed, having a mental breakdown, because this Queen of Pentacles has more energy and authority and control than they do. They thought they were going to have her in their feelings, but she took off. In her Emperor, Empress energy, minding her business or his business. It can go either way. Take it how it resonates. But they're still spying, still trying, but they're not protected. Holy Spirit, what's going to happen with this? Let me get one on this firestorm reverse that they're trying to avert. It's a whole community trying to work with a King of Swords, Knight of Swords. Ah, okay, I see. So what about this community that wanted to set this trap? Trying to avert a tower. They have not learned the lesson. They're arguing, fighting, because they cannot work together and create this, because you won't accept their offers. You're looking forward to the future, expanding. They don't see your partners and they feel like, what's going on? They're confused. But all they need to understand is you don't have any legal matters. You moved away from the situation. And they could not trap you. No matter how hard this group wanted to trap you in your feelings. They're trying to avoid judgment being called down. They don't want to admit that they're in a firestorm and that they have to face their own fears. They feel it's unfinished work. They are feeling the lack of growth and the setbacks. They're sitting in karma. They're stuck. They're having to self-reflect. Give me one more on this. Seven of Pentacles reverse. Sideways. And this wanted to come out. There may be a King of Wands and a Empress wannabe in this group that's working hard behind the scenes. And we saw the King of Swords, Knight of Swords reverse. But see, you're in the Emperor status, putting in the work, minding your business, when you're actually a Queen of Pentacles energy. Or maybe this shapeshifter that's in this group even tried to come in as a King of Wands, a Knight of Swords in reverse, and an Emperor, pretending as though they put in the hard work because they were actually having sleepless nights. And they've been contemplating, and they don't want to deal with the heartache. They want to heal. And they're trying to come into a Queen of Pentacles. But they're using magic. Her magic is stronger, or his magic is stronger. Whoever's on the right upper side. Things are being seen. The story is being made clear about a group of energies, shapeshifters, vampires, those that work in groups together that are trying to avert a tower, judgment, and possible legal matters in the 3D, because they're already dealing with them in the spiritual. And we're going to leave this right here. Peace.